Once again, welcome to attend our weekly Srimad Bhagavad Gita discourse. And we already completed chapter 8, which is so good actually that the way things are going, that I feel also satisfied because um, speaking of the praise of the God, using word which glorify, which narrate the beauties of the God, I think that is one of the best work we have at this time of need. And I do hope that you also enjoying, because what could be the better way to spend our time than listening the beauties of our Father, of our friend, of our eternal company, Lord Sri Krishna. So before I go to the new chapter today, let me complete our opening prayers. Narayanam namaskritya Naram chaiva narottamam Devim Saraswatim chaiva Tato jayo mudiraye Vyasaya Vishnurupaya Vyasaya Vishnurupaya Vyasurupaya Sri Vishnave Namaha Vai Brahma Vidhaya Vasishtaya Namaha Namaha Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badurayanam Sutra Bhashya Krito Bande Bhagavanto Punaha Punaha Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmatacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Ya Kundendu Tushar Har Dhavula Ya Shubhra Vastra Brita Ya Vina Varadanda Mandita Kara Ya Shubhra Vastra Brita Ya Brahmachyuta Shankara Prabhitivir Devai Sada Vandita Shamam Patu Saraswati Bhagavati Nishesho Jajyopaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagate Pate Gopeshu Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Om Namaha Sri Bhagavate Vasudevaya Sri Krishnaya Namo Namaha Om Sri Krishna 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 Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Vasudevaya Sri Krishnaya Namo Namaha. Okay. We're starting a new chapter today, chapter 9. Chapter 9 is very important because chapter 9 is being known as the crown of Bhagavad Gita. Like how in a human body, the head is the main part of the human body. Similarly, chapter 9 is being known as the crown of the entire Srimad Bhagavad Gita. From here, we'll be entering in the glorification and narrating the wonders of the Lord. As you see, it's starting from chapter 9, it will continue chapter 9, chapter 10, chapter 11, you will see the infinite appearance of the Lord. So that's why we really need to be very much attentive to in listening this discourse on chapter 9. So please your Bhagavad Gita and open the chapter 9. Chapter 9 is being known as Raja Vidya Raja Guihya Yoga. You could see Raja Vidya Raja Guihya Yoga, the yoga of kingly knowledge and kingly secret. Means it's very secret knowledge. It's not given to everybody because everybody may not be ready for it. And also Raja Vidya, kind of royal kind of knowledge, highest knowledge. So we really need to prepare ourselves. We need to prepare our mind properly so that we could receive all these beautiful teachings of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Think all of us, like you, like me, everybody, like Arjuna, we sitting at the lotus feet of the Lord, and we are hearing this wonderful word from the mouth of the Lord directly. It's not like that we are, that Swami Amarnathananda is giving the discourse. No, we just imagine this way that we are sitting at the feet of the Lord and listening these wonderful words. So Raja Vidya Raja Guihya Yoga, the yoga of kingly knowledge and kingly secret. I read the very first verse of chapter 9. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Idame tu te guihatamam pravakshami anasuyave Jnana Vijnana Sahitam Yajagatva Moksha Suha Om Namaha Sri Bhagavate Vasudevaya Sri Krishnaya Namo Namaha. That was the very first verse of the chapter 9. Sri Bhagavan Uvacho, Lord Krishna is the speaker here, and we all know that it is Arjuna still sitting at the feet of the Lord with folded hands, looking at the beautiful appearance of the Lord and listening this wonderful word. So Lord Krishna tells his most beloved student Arjuna this way. The Lord said, O Arjuna, you are pure and free from all fault findings. I read again. You are pure and free from all kinds of fault findings. I'm revealing to you the most secret knowledge with its science, knowing which you will be freed from all kinds of imperfections of life. So you could see, Lord Krishna is ready to give everything to Arjuna. He's giving the most secret knowledge. Arjuna, just imagine, Arjuna was not a yogi right there. Arjuna was a warrior. He was a friend of Lord Sri Krishna. Arjuna did not go to the Himalayan jungle and doing years of silent meditation. He did not do that. But he was a ardent devotee of the Lord. His life was dedicated in the service of the Lord. And he enjoyed the divine company of the Lord. And being Arjuna was so pure, the Lord also liked him very much. And you could see here, Sri Bhagavan himself telling, please keep in mind that it is not some kind of monk speaking, it's not some kind of guru speaking, it's not like some kind of spiritual master speaking, it's not like that some Panditji speaking. No, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Lord Krishna himself is speaking. And who is Lord Krishna? Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. I mean, all the scriptures we read, all the 10 incarnation of the Lord Sri Vishnu we read. Among all this incarnation, that Bhagavan Sri Krishna is the Purna Avatar, is the God himself came to this earth, our planet. And that is the base principle of the Bhagavad Gita, that Lord come to this world. And here Lord Krishna say, Idam tute guhyatamam pravokshami. Arjuna, I'm going to tell you the most secret knowledge. Very secret knowledge. It's not for everybody, because everybody maybe it's not ready. Maybe we did not prepare our mind accordingly, and maybe our mind is not hungry or thirsty that way to listen this secret knowledge, and that is why it's not for everybody, because it's really need long preparation. Because you just imagine, our mind is so much, there is so much of janjal. What is janjal? It's like jungle. There is so much of hankering, so much of kind of wishes and desires and expectation. There is so much. There is hardly any room for the Lord there. So that is why it's really need lots of preparation. We need to pray silently before we go to the bed. Before we lie down on our bed, we need to pray to the Lord. As soon as we wake up early in the morning, we need to pray to the Lord. We need some silent chanting. We need to chant Guru Mantra. We need some meditation so that we could prepare ourselves. So Lord Krishna said that I'm going to teach you the most secret knowledge. Why? Why Lord Krishna is so interested to give the secret knowledge to Arjuna and at the battleground? Because Anasuyave, Arjuna was pure in heart. I mean, if you analyze the character of Arjuna from the very beginning of his life, early age, when he was a student at the house of his teacher at the Guru Griha, and when he came back, and if you see that if his whole life and how he was so much pure in his heart. So that's why it's a honor Shueve. Arjuna, you are pure. You are free from all kind of fault findings. Now, purity is our birthright. We born pure. I mean, this is one of the basic principle of the Bhagavad Gita, of the philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita, philosophy of the Vedas, Upanishad, that we born as a pure. Imagine so many child is born today, little babies, they might be crying at the lap of their mother, and everybody is joyful. That baby born is so pure. Little smile at the face of the baby can remove all of your fatigue and tiredness. You love to see the babies are smiling. So purity is our birthright, but we can make ourselves impure by our thoughts, by our action, by our imagination, by our dream, by our wrong kind of understanding, thinking wrong way, allowing the senses to make us pagal. We can make us impure. So that is why Lord Krishna say here, Arjuna, you are pure. How Arjuna becomes so pure that he could receive this knowledge? Because he was so dedicated to his learning, that he was a military student, and he was so dedicated, he did not think any other thoughts. He wanted to be the greatest archer of that time. So he practiced and practiced, and that's how he became the leading in front, the most famous archer of that time. So because you are so pure in heart, Arjuna, that is why I'm going to teach you the most secret lesson today. Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam. That is why I was trying to recite one verse from glorifying Ma Saraswati. In every morning I come to the temple. By 7 I open the temple, Bharat Sevashram New Jersey temple. We have a beautiful Ma Saraswati Murti. And I go in front of the Ma Saraswati. Ya kundendu tusharo haro dhavula shubhra vastrabrita. Ma Saraswati is the symbol of learning, purity, education, knowledge, wisdom, noble qualities. So, Ma Saraswati represent Jnanaha, Vishuddha Jnanaha, pure knowledge. So, Lord Krishna going to teach Arjuna with the pure knowledge, Jnanaha, and Big Jnana, with his science also, his logic also. Both Lord Krishna going to speak to his disciple Arjuna. Yaj Gyatva, by knowing which, Mokshasya Ashubha. Arjuna, you'll be free from all kind of Ashubha, mean inauspiciousness. You'll be free from. By mere listening this beautiful knowledge, what we're going to read in chapter 9, as Lord Krishna mentioned in the very first verse of this chapter, that by listening and attentively paying our attention in listening this beautiful knowledge, it will make us pure, it will make us holy, at least for the time being. Because the indriyas are ready to make us impure. So we have to keep it that in mind. So in this particular verse, what we're learning, that Lord Krishna is so eager to deliver this most secret knowledge to his most beloved disciple Arjuna, because he was so pure in heart. And Lord Krishna also going to explain this knowledge with the science and logic also. By knowing which, Lord Krishna mentioned that Arjuna, you will be free from all kind of inauspiciousness of this world. So let me see what Lord Krishna teaching to his student in verse number 2. Raj Vidya Raj Guiham Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyakshabagamam Dharmam Susukham Karitum Abhayam Hari. That was the verse number 2. Rajavidya Rajaguiham Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyakshabagamam Dharmam Susukham Kartum Abhayam. You know why I emphasize on the Sanskrit verses? Because I want one day you read Sanskrit and then you understand. You don't need to read the meaning, English or Hindi or Bengali meaning of the Bhagavad Gita. As soon as you recite verse, you understand the meaning. Or with the blessings of the Lord Krishna, thus inner meaning of these slokas reveal at your pure heart. So it is because of these, I sometimes you will see that I'm emphasizing recitation of the verses from Holy Gita. So Lord Krishna tells Arjuna again, Rajavidya Raja Guiha, this most confidential supreme knowledge is the best. It is very pure. One can understand it easily. It is lawful. It is easy to practice and it bears everlasting good result. So you could see. Raja Vidya, Arjuna, this is the best knowledge. This is the best knowledge, highest kind of knowledge. Raja Vidya, royal knowledge. Raja Guhyam, very confidential. I mentioned in the previous words that it is not for everybody because maybe everybody is not ready yet. Look at us spending so many years of time in monastery. Not every monk is ready for it. Saffron dress does not mean that we all the hankering gone from our mind. It's not so easy because our Guruji used to tell that look, as long as you are not going to push this body in the fire, when you go to the funeral home, they put the body inside and they lift up the cover a little bit and show how it's burning. Then all the desire will be gone. It's not so easy. It's a human body. So Raj Guiham is very secret. Povitram, this knowledge we are going to learn today is very holy, very pure, very auspicious knowledge. Povitram, idam uttamam, best. We learn so much thing. We have knowledge of the cricket, we have knowledge of the baseball, we have knowledge of the, kind of what you call soccer game, we have knowledge of the so much thing. But here, what Lord Krishna say, that the knowledge we are going to learn today, the learning we are going to listen today, uttamam, best among all knowledge. What could be the best in life that we listen the sweet name of the Krishna? What could be the best way to spend our time that we allow our organ of hearing to listen to the most beautiful name of the Krishna? What could be the best way to use ourselves to make our entire body Krishnamaya? Means the entire system of the body is become dedicated, completely dedicated at the lotus feet of the Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So, idam uttamam. So this knowledge is the Raja Vidya, royal knowledge, very secret, is very auspicious, and the highest knowledge of all. Pratyaksha Bhagavam, Pratyaksha Avagamam. It is easy to understand and it bears immediate result. So let us keep this word in the mind. We'll see how Lord Krishna telling Arjuna, because it says that is going to give us immediate good result. And it is easy to understand because Pratyaksha Bhagamam, Dharmam, it is supported, it is sanctioned by the scriptures. Because any knowledge we try to deliver to the people, it have to be approved by the scriptures. Mantra Satyam, Puja Satyam. Our rishis and munis given some immortal teachings. It is being put in the Shastra, the sacred text. It have to be approved, sanctioned by the text. It's like a road map. You driving and saying, okay, I'm in the right road. Okay, I'm going to the right track. I'm okay now. So scriptures is like that. So dharmam, it is supported, it is sanctioned by the scripture. Sushukham, kartum sushukham, and abhayam. It's easy to practice also. Here, you could see here, easy to practice. Kartum sushukham. It's not very hard to practice. It's not like you have to fast days after days. How sometimes we see in the Puranas that some demons went to the Himalayan mountain, standing on one foot, raising by two hands, chanting Om Brahmadevaya Namaha. His body becomes skeleton, just no flesh there. And what you call the snow falling, rain falling, tornado coming, cyclone coming, and his body is being covered by the mud. You hear on this some chanting Brahmadevaya Nama. Then one day Lord Brahma come and they said, okay, I'm happy that I'm pleased with you. Ask what you want. Send the demon want something. I want more power. I want more money. I don't want to die. I want to dominate everybody. So it's a kind of wastage of his tapasya. So Kottum, but this knowledge, what we're going to learn, Kottum Sushukam, is easy to practice. Abhayam, it is eternal, immortal, imperishable, unchangeable. So it's beautiful. You could see how Lord Krishna trying to explain to Arjuna the lesson he's going to give us, how it is important. Raja Vidya Raja Gujyam Pavitram It is very sacred, it is very pure, it is very auspicious, it is the best knowledge, is going to give us direct result right now. It is sanctioned by the scripture. And finally, Lord Krishna says it is eternal. So I will be taking you now to the verse number 3 again. It's a kind of warning to us before we learn the main lesson. Lord Krishna giving a warning to us. What he's telling is, he is telling to his student Arjuna again in the verse number 3. Asradhyadhanah purushah Asradhyadhanah purushah dharmasyasya parantapa aprapya mam nivartante mrityu samsara vartamani asradhyadhana purushaha asradhyadhana purushaha. Om Namaha Sri Bhagavate Vasudevaya Sri Krishnaya Namo Namaha. Asradhyadhana purushaha dharmasya parantapa. O Arjuna, the subduer of your enemies, people who have no faith and respect in this most sacred and most confidential knowledge cannot reach me. By not reaching me, these people come back to this mortal world again and again. So a couple of the questions also will be coming. So let me go to the main verse. Asradhyadhana. People who has lack of respect. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatparaha samjatendriyaha. A person who has deep faith and respect to his master. Shraddhavan, he is a perfect student to learn the lesson. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatparaha. And a student have to be very enthusiastic, hungry to learn. He want to grab everything, whatever his master has, he want to take everything. And so Guru and Shishya become like one. Guru want to give and Shishya want to receive everything from his Guru. So Sadhyavan lavate jnanam tatparaha samjatendriyaha. To learn the lesson, we need to pull down the urges of our senses. We all know that how senses make us pagal sometimes, make us unhappy. There's no reason we should be unhappy. We're supposed to be joyful. We're supposed to be always happy. We're supposed to be always enthusiastic. Like Swami Pranavanandaji Maharaj, he was talking to some student from the Calcutta University. He asked the student, what people want most? He say, Guruji, I don't know. The people want peace. They're looking for peace, a real peace. To find out peace, they're gathering all those impermanent things. But peace is not there. We cannot buy peace from bazaar. We can buy furniture, we can buy clothes, we can buy food, we can buy other things, but we cannot buy peace from the bazaar. So then Guruji say that peace is everything actually. It's to us. If we think we're happy, we're peaceful, whatever we have, one piece of roti. Somebody was telling me that it's a married woman, and she was telling Swamiji, if the husband is supportive, if the husband is kind, husband is kind, accommodating, caring and loving, I can stay with him in the desert whole life, eating half piece of roti, sharing half piece of roti with him. Such a wonderful word she said. One lady was telling me that while in all these things going on, so he was telling me, Swamiji, if the husband is kind and accommodating and understanding, caring and loving, I can spend with him whole life living in a desert, sharing half piece roti with him. Such a beautiful word she mentioned. So this respect and love is very important in our life. Asraddha dhara purushaha dharmasya parantapa. O parantapa Arjuna, O Arjuna, the subduer of your enemies. People who do not have respect, lacking respect, they will not agree with this teaching. They will not understand it, in fact, because they are not ready for it. Aprapyo mam nivartante, and naturally they will not be able to reach me, because in the home of God, first we need love and respect. We believe this, I came to a temple, this is not murti, this is not marble statue, this is God. This is God, not like it's just marble statue. So Guruji was telling to teaching to that student that peace, actually you have peace with you. Devote yourself that in searching the highest thing of the life. What is that highest thing of the life? Bhakti. Guru Charane Bhakti. Devotion to the feet of the spiritual master. Guru will give you everything. What you want in life, Guru will give everything. Sure, I'm telling here today, because I'm sitting in front of the Guruji's picture. Guru give everything in life. Whatever you want, Guru can give everything. We just need to be receptive. So, aprapyo mam nivartante mittu samsara vartamani. Because these people do not lacking respect, there's no love, they don't believe in me. And so that is why they cannot reach me also. Bhakta Bhagavan relation, the relation of the devotion and love. This is the main relation of the Bhakta and Bhagavan, devotee and his master. So by not reaching me, these people keep coming to this mortal world again and again. Now the question coming, you can ask me, Swamiji, what is wrong to come here again? What is wrong? Because we enjoying this world very much. We eat good food, we have good home, we are earning dollars, we traveling here, there. As soon as this pandemic over, we will be going for a cruise, or we will be taking a tour to the Argentina, Brazil, Peru, or Europe, or we'd like to go to India, see the beautiful places. So we'll be starting our journey again. So what is wrong to come here? Nothing wrong to come here. The problem is that this life, yes, we enjoy, but we don't know where we're going to come back. We are not going to remember where we are. First and foremost thing, that if we believe that we are going to come back or not. Because the Bhagavad Gita keep preaching that yes, we came, we are, and we will be coming back. If you remember chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, here, there, Lord Krishna keep telling that Janmantar, the rebirth. And this is a big difference between the philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita, Gita Darshan, and the philosophy of the other faith. There's a big difference. Many people will not understand what you're talking about. And so, Mrityu Samsara Vartamani. And the other thing is that we do not remember the devotee Prahlad, devotee Vibhishan, devotee Hanuman, devotee Narad, and there is so much of good devotees, those who attain the lotus feet of the Lord, those who reach that goal. You could imagine, today we worshipping them as God. People who reach the feet of the God, it is we worshipping them as God. If you analyze, like we worship Swami Pranavanandaji as our God, as our Guru. We are proud to say that we are the disciple of Swami Pranavanandaji Maharaj. Pranavandaji Maharaj also has 2 hands, 2 feet, 2 eyes, Why we bow to him? We bow to him like, we look at him like Lord Shiva, because that is how we read in the books. But why we bow to him? Because his tapasya, his austerity, his spiritual practices, his long hours of meditation, and his control on his senses, with his severe tapasya, what we cannot even imagine, the way he did tapasya. So he become God himself. We worshiping him as God. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Para Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Once we dedicated our head, once we bent our head to his feet, we don't need to go nowhere. Nowhere we need to go. The hand of the blessings of Guru is so big, it can reach anywhere in this world. So, it is because of this, not understanding the truth of life, these people keep coming to this world, and also they go through lots of pains and suffering. That is why Lord Krishna mentioned here that people who do not have respect and love to me, they cannot reach me, and that's how they keep coming to this world, and they're departing also. It is because of this. So let me take you to the verse number 4 today. Here Lord Krishna starting to glorify, speak to Arjuna, giving a touch of his own beauties, and later on it is the Arjuna himself will be glorifying. So let's see what Lord Krishna telling to Arjuna. Please look at the verse number 4. Oh, Maya tatamidam sarvam yagatabhyaktamurtina matsthani sarvabhutani na chaham teshavasthitaha. Om Namaha Sri Bhagavate Vasudevaya Sri Krishnaya Namo Namaha. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat abhyakta murtina matsthani sarva bhutani na chaham tesha vastitaha. Arjuna, though I'm not manifested, yet this entire world is pervaded by me. Again, I'm reading. Though I'm not manifested, that is one part, yet this entire world is pervaded by me. That's the second part. Everything and every living entity dwells in me. The third part of this verse, but I'm not present in them. See how technically it is a little bit difficult. Maya tatam idam, so though I'm not, first Lord Krishna telling, Jagat abhyakta murtina, I'm not manifested. If I take you to the Rig Veda, in Rig Veda at one place we read, Na tasya pratima asti. That Mahar, that beautiful God, that wonderful God, the master of this world, the very root of this world, that Sarva Shaktiman, all powerful Lord, Na tasya pratima asti. That God do not have any murti or image. So you could say, Swami, then what is all these murtis in the temple you worshipping daily? And that is a big difference of the other faith. Because you hear that sometimes communal disturbance broke out, communal riot broke out between two groups of people, people from two faith. So one faith breaking the temple of other faith, other religion. Why? Because they do not believe in it. For example, Hindus from their very childhood days, from the day one, their upbringing, they grown up to see the murti of the Lord. The murti you can call image. The Brian always teach me that when he correct my English, he said that, Swamiji, mention the word image instead of idol. But some people use the idol also. So image of the God, we have been growing up with that image of the seeing Ma Kali Murti, Durga Murti, and Lord Shiva Murti, all these murtis, all these images of the God we see in the temple. So we grow up with that. Even we imagine that way, that Ma Kali sitting at my heart, Ma Durga sitting at my heart with his 10 hand, 10 weapon, with beautiful smile in her at her face. Or Lord Shiva standing in the Himalaya, in the mountain, in the snow, with bare feet, holding Trishul, with matted hair, half moon on his forehead, river Ganges coming out from his matted hair, or snakes are all over in his body, Rudraksh Mala, he's wearing a piece of just tiger skin, wrapping the waist area. So he grew up that way. But then there is other people, other religion in this world. People practice different kind of religion. They are not familiar with all these things. They don't know the stories behind all these murtis, all these images, all these the idols we worship. They're thinking, oh my God, this, we need to liberate the Hindus. We need to uplift them. We need to deliver them right knowledge, because worshipping this murti puja, what called idolatry, they will go to the endless hell. It happened to me. I was, one day I was taking a walk in the early morning in the Darban, central Darban area. And one gentleman said that, who are you? I see that you're wearing this kind of dress. I say, no, I'm a Hindu monk from India. The Hindu monk? You will go to hell. You worshipping all these things. I see that you're worshipping fish, or worshipping turtle, worshipping what you call elephant, worshipping the monkeys. You will go to hell. So because it's a misunderstanding, we do not understand each other. We don't understand the feelings of each other. God can appear anywhere if you want. We can see God in monkey, in turtle, in fish, anywhere if we want. God is the Sarva Shaktiman, Almighty Lord. He can appear at any places, at any form, if you wish. So, Maya Tatam Idam Jagat Abhyaktamurti. So that Natasya Pratima Asti. We reading in the Rig Vedas, is in Hinduism, and then we worshipping Murti. The Vedas telling Natasya Pratima Asti, that beautiful, that wonderful Lord don't have any Pratima or Murti. So why this contradictory teachings? It is because step by step, we begin our spiritual journey by worshipping the Murti. I'm using the word Murti because that is the best word. We begin our spiritual journey like you starting your elementary school, primary school, with the Murti Puja. But then bit by bit, a day will come, you don't need any more puja. You don't need to worship anymore murtis, because that time you sit down, close your eyes, and you look into yourself, you will see that. You will see the Supreme dwelling in it. In fact, you become the part. You will be merging in that divinity of the Lord. You'll be lost in that vast beauty of the Lord. So it's a bit by step process. So Lord Krishna say, though I am unmanifested, I'm not manifested. But you see that what this Lord Krishna himself standing there and telling Arjuna that though I'm not manifested. So that means he's Vyakta or Vyakta. He's manifested and he's again unmanifested or non-manifested. Maya tatam idam sarvam. The entire world. I'm present everywhere. There's so many songs, beautiful songs are there. We sing that Lord is present everywhere. Every place. There is no room in this world where God will not exist. Right here, I'm sitting in this office room of the temple in Bharat Sevaswam, New Jersey. God is surely here. Because Mad Bhakta Jatra Gayanti, wherever my devotees sing my glories, I'm there. You listening, sitting at your home, I'm sure God is there. Maybe you are not seeing him. Maybe invisibly he is present at your home because you're listening his beauties, his glories, his wonder. So Maya Tatam Idam Sarvam Jagadabhyakta Murtina. Arjuna, even though I'm not manifested, but I pervade the entire world. I'm present everywhere. Matsthani sarva bhutani, and everything dwells in me. Like how we make a garland in a piece of string, we collect many flowers, put in one garland and make a big garland, say 108 flowers we're using, collecting different kind of flowers. So it's like that. So we look different from each other. Our background also different. We came from different countries. Our taste, our interest also different, but we all like a flower in one string. Make the beautiful, this world so beautiful. And this garland supposed to be offered at the lotus feet of the Lord. So Maya tatum idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina matsthani sarva bhutani. Arjuna, everything is dwelling in me. But then again, na chaham tasya vastita. But I am not there. Why? Because he is aloof, he is interestless, he is alone. God create, then again he remain aloof, completely free from all kind of maya, all kind of illusion. So that is why he is in, he is not in. He is everywhere, then again he is completely aloof from everything. It's just a matter of understanding. We need to little bit spend little time thinking this beauty of the Lord. Let me take you to the verse number 6 now. I'm skipping one verse. Lord Krishna telling that how everything dwelling at him and how he is present everywhere, that will be giving this narration in the verse number 6. Yathakashasthito nityam vayuhu sarvatra go mahan तथा सर्वाणि भूतानि मत्स्थानि तुपधारय ॐ नमः श्री भगवते वासुदेवाय श्री कृष्णाय नमो नमः. Know that as all moving mighty wind always dwells in space, similarly, all beings dwell in me. So that means Lord Krishna brought an example to make things understand rightfully. He tells Arjuna, Yatha kasha sthito nityang vayu sarvatra mahan. Morning was beautiful, clear sky. But then you see cloud, mighty cloud. You remember when you're flying, you traveling by air, when the flight go above of the cloud, beautiful clear sky. And then when the flight coming down to land, the airport is around, coming down, and you could see the flight or the plane entering in the deep cloud, mighty cloud. And sometimes the plane shake also. Oh, maybe this is going to fall down. Initially when I used to go to India, come back, the big plane, when coming down inside the cloud, you don't see anything. The what you call the wing of the flight is like hanging here, that the whole thing is a little bit moving. So mighty wind, Jatha Kasha Sthiti, you see the mighty wind scattered in the sky, blowing. Jatha Kasha Sthito Nityang Vayu Sarvatra Gumahan. Know that as all moving mighty wind always dwells in space. Similarly, Tatha Sarvani Bhutani Matsthani Tupadhare. Similarly, like how cloud in the sky, everything dwelling in me. I was listening there's a county song, we call it Baul Songit in our language. This the county song or the bowls, the songs are written by the traditional Baul people. they are they are not interested in the material thing too much, because mostly their word, the word of the song, giving the description of the objective of life of this human body, and then how the main thing to think in this body, that how the God dwelling everywhere in this body. And sometimes they sing such a beautiful songs, kind of, and their voice goes so high also, look like they calling, the name of the Lord with their whole heart. So one of the song this go like this, and just one line, you know. খাঁচার ভেতর অচিন পাখি কেমনে আসে যায়, খাঁচার ভেতর অচিন পাখি কেমনে আসে যায়, খাঁচার ভেতর অচিন পাখি কেমনে আসে যায়. Could imagine person never went to school, playing a what you call ektara, made of the lauki thing, and is not when spending hours of time in Shastriya Sangit, what you call the classical music. He's singing from his heart. খাঁচার ভিতর অচেনা পাখি কেমনে আসে যায়. This body is being compared with a khacha, a cage. And ochin pakhi, the soul, the bird. For example, you're keeping a bird at your home in a cage, and that bird compared like a soul. খাঁচার ভিতর অচিন পাখি কেমনে আসে যায়. It's the Bengali language. কেমনে আসে যায়. The bird going out and entering again. That means the soul, when this body falling down, is go out and then again come back to the another body. So কেমনে আসে যায়. This goes on and on and on. So imagine they singing in a village fair, mela, and maybe under a mango tree or big banyan tree, and maybe 25-30 people or maybe 50 people sitting on the floor. There's nothing, they're sitting on the just bare floor on the dust and listening that beautiful the county song describe the beauties of the body. So here Tata Sarvani Bhutani Matsthani Tupadhare. Arjuna know that how the cloud in the sky, similarly, everything actually is connected to me, dwelling in me, like how a garland make of a different kind of flower. So this kind of whole thing actually hanging, dwelling with me. And so that was is the beginning. Lord Krishna began to speak about his beauties and explaining to Arjuna. And here, see what Lord Krishna telling in the verse number 7. Sarva bhutani konteya Sarva bhutani konteya Prakritim yanti mamikam Kalpokshaye punastani Kalpado visrijamaham Sarvabhutani kaunteya Guru kripahi kevala Guru kripahi kevala Guru kripahi kevala Guru kripahi kevala Guru Kripa hi Kevala. Om Sri Sri Gurave Namaha. Arjuna, the son of Mother Kunti, at the end of an age, all being dissolved in me. And at the beginning of a new age, I create them again. Oh my God. Why then we are struggling to gather little land, building? Sarvabhutani Kaunteo, O Kunti Putra, O son of Mother Kunti. Sarvabhutani, every living entity, human being, animals, whatever creature in this world, everything. Sarvabhutani. Praktim janti mamikam, at the end of a time, particular time. You know that according to the Hindu philosophy, the Hindus believe there is 4 A's. Satya Yuga, the golden age, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara, and Kali Yuga. So Kali Yuga is the dark age. Right now we are living in the Kali Yuga. So according to the religious book, it's only 5,000 years now. Because Bhagavad Gita was given to us just at the beginning of the Kali Yuga, the dark age. So the Mahabharata battle was finished that time. Everybody perished. All the proud people, all those sound of the weapons is being silent. Everybody perished in the Kurukshetra battleground. So Bhagavad Gita was given right there. So battle went on 18 days. After 18 days of battle, all was silent. Perished. Everybody there. So that means Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara, and Kali Yuga. So at the end of an age, everything dissolved. Everything that we all study, we all read that our planet Earth, Dharti Ma, this is Mother Earth, is a planet, like an egg-sized planet, round like that, and is all moving around the sun. We don't realize that it's moving around the sun. And so we all inside that one planet, and we all living at there is many countries, we created civilization, we created so much thing, but everything perishing right in that planet Earth. Everything is there and marching in that. But when time comes, planet Earth, including all this entire creation, dissolve in the mighty power in the Lord, the divine power. Everything becomes silent. Like how Mahabharata battle, after the 18 days of battle, everything was silent. Similarly, at the end of an age, everything dissolved, everything becomes silent. Maybe millions of years remain quiet, and then again, new creation come up. New creation, new kind of world come up. So here, some people might say, oh, this is all imagination, this is all dream. You have right to say what you want to say, but this is truth also. Because Sarvabhutani Kaunteo Prakritim Yanti Mamikam, at the end of one age, everything dissolve in me. Kalpukshay Punastani, when time comes, at the beginning of a new age, Kalpado Vistrijam Moham. It is I created the new thing. Everything come back to me, what I created, and again, I create them again. I'm alone, and I wanted to be many, so I created many. But again, I wanted to be one, everything goes back to me. So these are the some way Lord Krishna glorifying, giving an idea of the mighty spiritual power of the Lord. Because could imagine Arjuna's mind was, his head was full of the battle, karma. He was a karma yogi. He was following the path of action. He was a person of karma. He was not a yogi sitting in the cave of the Himalayan cave inside the ice and meditating and being away from everybody, and so abandon everything from life and sit down in meditation. Arjuna was not a person like that. He was a busy person. So he is looking at Lord Krishna, Lord Krishna telling that Arjuna, you worried. You worried that you are going to be the cause of the destruction of so many people. Arjuna was worried because because he will be the main cause of the destruction of so many thousands of soldiers and warriors and people waiting to start the battle at the Kurukshetra battleground. But Lord Krishna says, you thinking just that this the destruction of these few people, according to Lord Krishna, everything dissolve when time comes. Everything finish. Like today I was thinking, while I was doing exercise, I said, let me put some more weight because everybody telling Swamiji, snow coming, snow coming, snow coming, snow coming. So I thought, let me put some more weight and let me lift up this weight, and so that sweat come in the body. If you could come to the garage, you'll be seeing some instrument of there. So I keep lifting till I feel pain in the body. So kind of then I was thinking, oh my God, that already, so many years passed from my life. And I'm counting, if I live 100 years, I'm holding, because very few people live 100 years. Very few touch the 100 years. Usually people 80 to 100 in between, somewhere people usually differ. So I'm counting, let me see, if I live 100 years, how many years is there to remain? Because I'm planning to build ashram in Florida, planning to build ashram in Durban, South Africa, planning to do something, completing the book, the Guruji's book I'm writing, maybe it's 8 years now. I have to write a good meditation book. All these things are going on in mind. So I said, let me see how many years I'm in. So we have to keep in mind that time and tide wait for none. Time is going out of hand. So in case we have anything to achieve in life, now. It have to be now. Start from now. You can't wait another couple of years when the whole pandemic problem will be going. Because I was reading in a newspaper news and the Bill Gates, the richest person of the world, he mentioned that next 4 to 6 months will be viable. It will be terrible for everybody. We are everybody, dancing with the joy. Okay, vaccine came out. The Bill Gates telling, I read the newspaper, the next 4 to 6 months will be terrible, viable. But that doesn't mean that we give up. That doesn't mean that we sink in depression. No way we can allow depression to come to us. No way. We have to remain positive. We have to expect the good in future. We have to dominate the enemies. The enemies making us scared. We have to win this battle. If needed, we need to ask question our Krishna sitting at our mind itself. Lord Krishna, please guide us. Give us that bravery, that intellect, that enthusiasm, that inspiration, that power, that mental power, that willpower, so that we can dominate any obstruction come in front of us. Anything. So we need that kind of mental power, that kind of indomitable mental power, willpower, that I always believe. Guruji taught us that way. In the Bharat Sevasram monastery, you will see a little bit, we humble. Monks should be humble. But the way it is being trained, learn stick playing, learn wrestling, lift up weight, yoga is so popular, but if you go to the Bharat Sevasram, you might see the wrestling place. You might see the monks are lifting up weight with the practice wrestling, this, that. Those things we learn from our Guruji. So, O Arjuna, the son of Mother Kunti, at the end of the one is, everything dissolve in me. Again, I create. When time comes, I create a new world. And that is the glories of the Lord. Let me take you to the verse number. I'm skipping a couple of the words. I'm taking you to verse number 11. Please see verse number 11 of chapter 9. It's another beautiful verse. Oh, oh, Abhujananti mang mudha, Abhujananti mang mudha, Manushim tanumasritam parang bhavamajanant mama bhuta maheshwaram. Om Namaha Sri Bhagavate Vasudevaya Sri Krishnaya Namo Namaha. Abhujananti mang mudha manusing tanumasritam parang bhavam ajananta mama bhuta maheshwaram. Arjuna, when I take a human form, ignorant and unwise people are unable to recognize me. Not knowing my divine power of creation, preservation, and destruction, and not understanding that I am the master of this world, they disregard me. Here, coming to the philosophy of incarnation, you know that the Srimad Bhagavad Gita strongly preaching the philosophy of incarnation. So what is that? God is one. You cannot say that Hindus has their one God. Other faith, those people, they have their own God. You can say that way. But at the root, when we coming togetherly, sitting in a, say, interfaith congregation, interfaith discussion, we're sitting, representing from the Hindu, Buddhist, and other faith, we come into the conclusion, yes, there is one creator. One creator. We call him a different name. We worship him in different way. We offer our prayer to the lotus feet of that Almighty Lord in various ways. Regardless what way you worship me, everything come to me. So here the philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita preaching incarnation means that supreme power, that God or that Almighty Lord, that Brahman coming to our planet Earth in human form. Very difficult to believe in it, because imagine the Krishna incarnation. Krishna's to Bhagavan Swami. Where Krishna came? In Mathura city, in the state of Uttar Pradesh in India. And if you visit now, when I used to visit in I'm talking of 1980, 1982, that time, it was open, anybody, there was no security, nothing, no police, no guard. But now it's so tight security. I mean, you can't take anything with you inside. They will be searching you so much because of the lots of the disturbance are there. And so place become really, really, really difficult to go inside, and crowd waiting outside. And Lord Krishna was born in a prison, but then 80 kilometers area of the Mathura and Vrindavan, he used to roam in the village, in the field, in the rice field, in the wheat field, looking after the cows, playing with the playmates, and doing all those things, the games, and playing with his mother. But everything is normal, but then everything is divine. It's called Brindavan Leela, the sports of Brindavan, Madhu Brindavan. Lot of people, thousands of people from all over the world, They go to Vrindavan, they walk bare feet, this 80 kilometers area. Now the coming here, Abhujananti Mang Buddha Manus. So God coming to human form. And we see Lord came in Lord as Lord Rama. When you come to our temple, you see beautiful murti of Lord Rama. We read his life in the Ramayana, and then Lord Krishna came. So what Lord Krishna telling? The Mang Mudha, the people, ignorant people, they disregard me. See, when Lord Krishna born, the Kongso, and there was so much enemy. The people did not believe his divinity. They thought that Krishna is a magician. He knows the tricks and magics. That's how he influenced people. So Abhojananti Mang Mudha. Mudha means ignorant people. Though those do not, those actually blind there. They don't want to open their door of knowledge. So Abhojananti Mang Mudha Manusing Tonu Masritam. When I take birth, Arjuna, like how I came as Krishna standing in front of you. Parang bhavam ajananta. People disregard me. People do not believe in me. And they're not understanding my divinity, my divine power. Abhojan. Parang bhavam ajananta. Not understanding. Mamo bhuta maheshwaram. That I'm the master of this world. And that's how they disregard me. They did to Lord Rama, they did to Lord Krishna. And to our eyes, if you see that Christ was crucified, the way we see Christ in our eyes, that he was preaching some nobility, some good thing to the people, to change people. But people did not understand his magnanimity of his heart, this divine power, his spiritual power. And people did not understand his nobility. People did not understand his holiness. People did not understand him properly, what he is going to deliver to the world, and not understanding. And so he was being crucified. We can explain in a different way. I'm sure in every faith we believe, all this faith practice we believe in the world, there is all this kind of misunderstanding everywhere. It happened to with Guruji also. Swami Pranavanandaji, and not understanding his divinity, a lot of people was objecting of his philosophy. Like you see that we do Guru Puja, we worship the Guruji. When you come to our temple, you'll see in the middle of the altar, Guruji's murti. So much question still people come, they ask question, who is he? Why he is in the middle? Supposed to be Krishna, supposed to be Kali, supposed to be Ma Durga. Why your Guru? You worship your Guru, but why you keep him in the middle of the altar? So here coming the answer. Abhujananti mang mudha manusing tonamasritam. When I take a human birth, human form, ignorant and unwise people are unable to recognize me. Parang bhavam ajananta, not understanding, not knowing my divine power of creation, preservation, and destruction. It is I create. Imagine that picture when Krishna went to the palace of the royal palace of the Hastinapur to make a request to avoid the Mahabharata battle. He was making a final effort so that they could stop this battle. Because in the eyes of the Krishna, he knew that destruction coming, total destruction coming. So he tried to stop the battle. But then when he went, he begged to the people, give this 5 brother 5 villages. But the opponent people, they say, we are not giving to give a little bit of mud, which can hold at the tip of a needle. So not only that, Krishna came as an ambassador of peace. They tried to imprison him, to put him to jail. And he could see that time Krishna reveal his power, divine power. And the entire royal, the people sitting, all the commanders and the king and the minister sitting, they see that wonders of the Lord and they just feel unconscious. So he's the creator, he's the preserver, he protect and he destroy. And at this hour of need, when this virus thing going on, I'm also telling everybody, I'm telling myself also, please do not be worried. Please do not feel scared. Because God is there. Sure, I believe God is there. surely He will give us protection. Just we need to believe in Him. We need to pray to Him. We need to understand, and we need to make a connection with Him. We need to make a relation with Him. Then you will see how His blessings coming to us. So this verse we learning that first point, that ignorant people do not understand, do not believe the God can come to this world in human form, and not understanding, they ignore, that is disregard Him as the creator, preserver, and the destroyer of everything. Lord Krishna telling how these people are kind of disregard Him, how they behave. That is we learning from the verse number 12. How these people behave, you could see here. Moghasha, first word, Moghasha, Mogho karmana, Mogho jnana, Vichetasa, Rakshasim Asurin Chaiva, Prakritim Mohinim Sritaha. Moghasha, Mogho karmana, Mogho jnana, Vichetasa, Rakshasim Asurin Chaiva, Prakritim Mohinim Sritaha. Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, futile of their hope, Moghasha, futile of their hope. Mogho karmana, vain of their actions. Mogho jnana, ineffective of their knowledge. Vicheta saha, their mind are restless. Rakshasim asurin chaivo, they are deluded. They embrace demoniac and destructive nature. Prakritim mohinim smitaha. And they are being deluded, and that's how they ignore me. There's so much example. See here, first let's finish this Sanskrit portion. Moghasha, futile of their hope. Whose hope? The people who disregard the presence of God, who do not believe the existence of God. Those who think that there is no power behind of this world. They completely disregard the presence of God in their life. And that is those people, about those people Lord Krishna telling, futile of their hope. Because to that vast divine, in front of that vast divine power, these people are nothing. Realize how powerful you are, how intellectual you are, how rich you are, how big is your fortune, but in front of the God, you are nothing. Moghasha, Moghu Karmana, their action, vain is their actions also. They do the thing not connecting with the Supreme. We're supposed to do things connecting us with the Lord. Because like we are moving around, in the central point is the God. Mokho Jnanaha, ineffecting of their knowledge. What is the best knowledge of this world? You might say, Swamiji, the right now, the medical science. You see how the doctors and nurses are the front, they are the soldiers. They're saving so much of life, people, I mean, the suffering people. So that these doctors and nurses and the medical staff, they are in the forefront. Their life is in the mix. So here Lord Krishna say that the medical knowledge is one of the highest kind of knowledge of this time of need, and it's also spiritual knowledge. But according to the rishis and munis, the highest knowledge is, the most effective knowledge is the Brahma Jnanaha, the knowledge about the Brahman, the knowledge of the God, the knowledge which help you to be a good human being, a noble human being, a devotee of the God. So the spiritual knowledge, Brahma Jnana, is the best knowledge of all. There is two kind of knowledge. One is aparavidya, one is paravidya. The vidya which is imperishable, eternal, ever existing, and which take us to the lotus feet of the Lord. That knowledge, O Saraswati, please impart that knowledge to me. And Vichetasha, their mind is restless. They don't know what they want. They are not sure what they're wanting. Their mind is very restless. Rakshashim Asurin Chaiva, they're embracing demoniac quality. Pokiti Mohini Srita. They are being deluded. They are being influenced by the wrong understanding. So this is being give the narration of the people who ignore the presence of the God, who do not believe in the existence of the God. Maybe I will be reading one more verse today, and then we'll see how much. We have few minutes more. Please go to the verse number 13. Mahatmanastu mame partha Daivim prakritim asritaha Bhajanti ananna manaso Gyatva bhutadim abhayam Om Namaha Sri Bhagavate Vasudevaya Sri Krishnaya Namo Namaha Krishna Govinda Madhusudana Ramanarayana Hari. This is the song, beautifully, this beautiful word. Our Guruji, my Guruji, Swami Pranavandaji Maharaj, he always laughed and chanted this song. Krishna Govinda Madhusudana Ramanarayana Hari. You could imagine Guruji, that time Guruji wearing white dress, Brahmachari Vinod. And it was a small hut made in Bajitpur village in Bangladesh. He used to be alone with his thick hair and with his big built body. He used to clap in his hand and chant this beautiful name. Krishna Govinda Madhusudana Ramanarayana Hari. Krishna Govinda Madhusudana Mahatmanastu mam partho daiving prakritimasritaha. O Parth, but there are great souls, noble souls of noble qualities who worship me single-mindedly, knowing me the imperishable Lord and the origin of all. Not everybody like that. We read in the previous verse, Moghasha Mogho Karmana, Mogho Gyana Vicheta Saha. We are not everybody like that. Mahatmanastu, there is noble soul, great soul, devotees are there. Thousands, millions of noble souls around the world. They love to worship God. They believe in the existence of the God. They hold the feet of the Lord as the supreme goal of their life. So these are Mahatma. These are great soul, noble soul, wise soul, pure soul. They believe in the existence of the Lord. Mahatmanastu mam parthu daiving prakritim asrita. They embrace noble quality, divine qualities. They are humble. Their ego is being, they remove their egos. The kama, krodha, lobha, moda, moho, matsya, or these the six ripus, the temptation, the anger, the greed, they try to subdue. And they believe that yes, God is there, He's watching at me, He's protecting me, He's always with me, He's my eternal friend, He's holding my hand and helping me to walk this long journey of life. Mahatmanastu mam parthu daiving prachimasrita. They embrace the divine qualities. Shakti guna. They are humble. Bhajanti ananna manusha. Oh, so beautiful word. Bhajanti ananna manusha. They worship me single-mindedly. They worship me thinking that I am the goal of their life. I am their best friend. They focus their mind. They concentrate their mind. They direct their mind in one direction at one point. That God is the goal of life. I'm doing sansar jivan, I'm doing the monastic life, I'm living a family life, I'm a whatever profession I'm doing, whatever I'm doing. But journey is ending at one point. That is the lotus feet of the Lord. That is everywhere. That is the place we are moving. This body will perish one day. Regardless who you are highly educated, you are rich, you are very powerful physically, whatsoever you living, which country you living, this body have to live one day in this world. You cannot take this body to beyond of this earth. It have to destroy right here. So what will be going with us? Going with us is sweet name of the Lord. Your karma, our karma will be going. This body will turn to ashes. Maybe our children will take to the ashes to the river Ganges in India, throw in the ocean somewhere. Like recently, we took the ashes of our the Swamiji who passed here, and Brian also took somebody's ashes. We went 3 miles deep into the ocean, recited one chapter Bhagavad Gita, and dropped the ashes in the ocean. So here, the bhajanti ananya manasa, one directed devotion, one pointed devotion. Bhajanti ananya manasa, gatva bhutadi mabhayam. By knowing me as the imperishable Lord, me, imperishable Lord, and the origins of everybody. So that was the lessons we're learning from this Lord. So whole thing, what we see here, Lord, initially Lord Krishna said that he's going to teach the most secret knowledge to Arjuna, and it's royal knowledge, and it's not everybody is not ready for it. And then Lord Krishna, that bit by bit glorifying, because Arjuna is unable to understand the vast divinity of the Lord. Like we live in monastery, those people, those who work with Swami Pranavananda directly, we call Lila Parshad. And those people who was around Lord Rama or Lord Krishna or any prophet in this world, there is so much prophet, so much noble souls. Maybe they did not understand the prophet they are working. So, like Swami Pranavanandaji, those monks work around him. At his time, they thought him as a kind father, as a merciful father, a loving father, a caring father. They maybe did not understand the divinity of Swami Pranavanandaji. So, bit by bit, Lord Krishna himself helping us to understand his divine power. So that we learned from today. Let me see if I can quickly finish one verse, not sure, but I'm reading for you the verse number 14. It's one of the very beautiful verse. From here, actually, chapter 9, you'll be enjoying. So verse number 14, I'm reciting for you. Shatatam kirtayantamam Shatatam kirtayantamam Yatantasya dudhabrataha Namasyantasya mami bhakta Nityayukta upasate Shatatam kirtayantamam. Last verse of today's discourse. Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, Arjuna being honest and determined, great souls always sing my name. They bow down to me with firm devotion. They worship me with divine love, and they remain ever attached with me. Shatatam kirtayanto. That's the last word I'm using today, and then we'll see next week. Always chanting. You cooking, chanting the name of the God. You doing something, gardening, chanting the name of the Lord. You going to the driving, mentally, quietly, your mind is chanting the name of the Lord. You went to the bed, before you go to the sleep, your incoming and outgoing breath, also chanting the name of the Lord. In this way, Shatatam Kirtayanto, raising two hands and chanting the beautiful name of the Lord. So I think this is enough today, and we'll be continuing this verse next week also. And thank you for joining with me in this evening in this beautiful discourse on Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9. Namaskar.